Right, well hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Someone wanted me to show you how to do the ticket machine from scratch, so you've just got on the bus. So what you'll need is the module, which every Stagecoach driver has. You can't sign on a machine without this. You'll need the running board, all the information you're going to need. And that's about it. So we start off with, you want to press any key on the ticket machine. So you'll normally come across that screen there. So it is currently closed and it says press trip key. As you can see, there is no trip key. So you press Alt and then, sorry about the focus, it will keep trying to focus. Trip. So these four here correspond to these four buttons here. Then last for the pin. Now the pin is not like, it's like your credit card pin, debit card, whatever. It's unique for every single driver, every single module. There's a different pin for every single one. So you enter your pin. So I'll do that and then I'll be back with you. So now that's been entered, you'll also notice the 4 asterisks have come up. So then you want to press issue, which is there. So it's the green one, which is equivalent to enter. So then it is asking, please present your card. Now it's wanting this card. Present that at the top. So that is checking that the pin number you've put in is the correct pin for the driver. So now it's asking for the duty number. So today I'm on duty 4516. Now the duties where I am, don't know if it's the same at first or the others, they're set out in the way that 3-digit duty numbers are Monday to Friday, 2000 duty numbers are Saturday, and 4000 are Sunday. And 9000 are specials days, so that's like New Year, that type of day. They're 9000 duties, or they tend to be about that. So once you've entered your duty number that you're on, it's issue again. Then you'll be given into this screen where you can start a new trip, end a trip, end duty, the interim report, which an inspector may ask you for, trip transaction report, so if you want to check a transaction you've done, make sure you're not doing it twice or anything, you can print that out and it'll print everything out that's been done on that trip. And lock duty. Lock duty just closes it, keeps you like you're signed in still, so it requires your pin in your card. Another driver is able to unlock that, but it will have to sign you off. So they can, you could put on not your, you put in your pin. Say it was another driver, you put in your pin, present your card, and it would know that that is not the driver that is signed in, because your driver number is also on this card. So we're going to do a new trip. This is now where you're going to need your running board. So here you'll see, let me zoom in a little bit, all the routes we do. They're all here. If you want X's, you do 999, and then scroll down, keep going, and then you've got X50 there, and Y, and all the school buses, about Robbies, etc, etc. However, today we're on a 38, so we just do 38, and we get it there. Issue for enter. New trip number. Now this is exactly the same as what I've already showed on the previous one. So the trip number is, let's scoot over to the board. So we're at logistics now. So it's going to be number 62, leaving at 2020. So we're going to be trip number 62, issue. Now this always gets me, it still gets me these days. So enter scheduled start time. Now, it's not the time you get on the bus if you're taking your bus off Hyde Road. It's not all the drivers 10 minutes late, you put a 10 minutes late time in. This is the time that's on the running board. So 20. Now I always you just do 20 would be your nap, but it's not. You have to press issue and then do your minutes separately. So that's 2020 now. So then that brings you, once you press issue, that brings you to this screen here, which is the journey confirmation screen. This is to check what you've entered. Now I'd like to see the time on this screen, but you know they haven't done that for us. But so you've got the route 38, that's correct. Journey number 62, that's correct. And direction inbound. Now, while we're on this screen, journey numbers, they have to be correct because they are what tells the AVL what's what. There are several versions of journey numbers. You have the standard version, which you have there in front of you now. So that is what would be called a commercial route. You've then got like 7,000, 8,000, 9,000, whatever's allocated to it. They are tendered routes, so you must enter the correct details. You must enter the 4-digit code. Otherwise, the company that run it will not get paid by TFGM to run it. So when you've got a 4-digit journey number, unless it's a magic and it's like 1,274, because they tend not to rewrite the magics. I've noticed that you tend to, as the year goes through, the journey numbers get higher and higher, just because they haven't gone through rewriting them. So once you've done that, so we're now going to confirm that yes, that is correct. Then you get asked, where is your start origin point or list? So if we start at 4 bridges, you put 4 bridges. You still put 2020 because that is the time the journey actually started. However, if you're at 4 bridges, then that's what you put. For this, we are at Logistics North, so you just put Logistics North in. Please present card. So now it's asking for this card again. So you just place your card on top like the customers do. It does take a little bit longer because it's now writing all that information to the plate. So then, as you'll see, you've got now everything's up. We're at Logistics in Manchester, £2. There you go. If you don't do anything, you put these cards on, it throws up errors. So that's it really. That is starting the machine up from scratch. There's not much else to be done, and ending your duty is as simple as doing trip, end duty, and then it lasts for the operator's card again. So it can write the information for the card so they know what money belongs to whom. So if we take a quick look at a adult special ticket, I'm just going to rearrange my cab a little bit so I can do this, because I'm actually using a screen so I know what I'm recording here. So if we have a look at the ticket, this is the standard ticket. Obviously it's for 0 fare, but it is the standard ticket that we get on our vehicles. Now the main thing you'll notice is you've got the date, the type of ticket. We only do singles. Bloody hell. We do singles or day riders. We do not do returns. And whether it's an adult, child ticket. Now our day riders, we have changed the layout of them. They are a bit different, they're a little bit easier to read. Then you also have the where the passenger is supposed to, I'll zoom in a bit, supposed to alight, and where they boarded. So here you've got boarded, Logistics North, alight, it's a manual fare. Because I've just put a manual in for nothing, so I could have a ticket out of it, you don't actually get an endpoint, obviously, because the ticket machine doesn't know where you're going. Unless you put in a manual fare for a fare that's already there, it doesn't know where you're going. So then up at the top here, you'll ask if you have a complaint. You have a complaint, you've got the ticket number, the trip, which we put in the ticket machine a minute ago, is 62 there, as you can see. The bus number, that is the fleet number of the vehicle that you got it on, The fleet number of the vehicle is not stored in the ticket machines. It is stored in the base plate to the ticket machine. So if you take this ticket machine and put it on another bus, it will not know the difference. It will still put, the new ticket machine on this bus will still put 19480, and if you've moved this ticket machine to 12016, it will still believe that that is 12016. There is a base plate underneath and everything is stored in that. So then you've got your route number. Ooh, a bit far there, didn't I? Route number, obviously 38 or whatever route you're on. Equipment number, so that is, I believe that is the ticket machine serial number. So that is so they know which ticket machine issued the ticket. I'm sure it's the ticket machine and not the base plate, but I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure it is the ticket machine number though. The duty number is the duty of the driver number. And then here, will be blurred out, I hope, if I can do it, is the driver's number. This is the same as the numbers that used to go on the badges. This is a unique number. Every driver's got one. Every driver's number is unique. This ties the driver to everything. Whether it's the condition card, which is on the back of this, or a ticket. The other thing on the tickets are the date, the printed time. This is the time the ticket was issued. So if you've got a ticket that was issued before you bought it off Bill Jones in the middle of Piccadilly, and it's got a time of 21, let's say now, half 9, let's say, at night, but it's only 8 o'clock. If the driver picks up on that, we know it's a forged ticket, because there's no way of having that time on that ticket. And then you've got whatever we put underneath. So that's all that is on our tickets, and yeah, they're not the best design. I prefer first because it's a bigger date, but you know, whatever floats your boat. So I hope you found that interesting. Thank you for, what's his bloody name now? Connor, I think it's Connor, I think. Anyway, thanks for his name for suggesting I did another video on this. Let's say, people suggest videos, I will do them if I am allowed to, or can do. Sometimes it could be a bit of a touchy subject doing things, but we'll try our best. Yeah, that's all we can do. We'll try our best. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I shall see you again. Please like and subscribe. Don't forget to visit Bus Driver Johnny. Link is down below in the description. Obviously subscribe, press that bell, make sure you get notifications. Currently we're up to we're up to a video every 2 days is what I was going to say. Yes, we're up to a video every 2 days at the moment. I don't know how long that's going to stay, but I'll try and keep it up as long as possible. I mean, I'm using the drone videos as well in this, but you know, they're nice videos. I am on holiday a few days after this video will go out, so they may stop while I'm on holiday, or you may just get drone videos, or you know, I'll think of something to do in that time. But yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll see you again next time. Bye for now.